אני מתכבדת להזמין את אירינה נבזלין, יושב ראש דירקטוריון אנו, מוזיאון העם היהודי, נשיאת קרן נדב. רק לומר שהמוזיאון זכה להביא את התנ"ך הכי עתיק ושלם למוזיאון, והוא יוצג שם, אז אתם מוזמנים להגיע ולראות את התנ"ך, ולא שילמו לי להגיד את זה. זה מחוץ לפרוטוקול. ואני רק רוצה להגיד על גברת נבזלין שהיא אישיות יוצאת דופן ומנהיגה בתחומה, ואנו שמחים שהגיעה לדבר בנושא המאוד חשוב, ישראל ויהדות העולם, האם הסולידריות נשמרת. בבקשה.
Hello. Wow, can't see you. Since we're talking about the future of the Jewish people, with your permission, I'll switch to English, if that's okay. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very happy to be here. I'm honored and excited to be part of Herzliya Conference for a couple of years now. And I'm very happy that Herzliya Conference and Amos Gilad are putting the issue of Jewish people, future of the Jewish people, as the not less strategic issue as Iran. We are living in the world of turmoil. It's happening everywhere. We are witnessing the catastrophic war in Ukraine, where hundreds of thousands of people are dying for absolutely no reason. It's everywhere, really. In Israel, over the last couple of months, we've been witnessing political crisis, which started as a dispute about the judicial reform. We all know that this goes much, much deeper than judicial reform. We are ancient people, we're building a very young country, and we're experiencing an identity crisis. We cannot decide what the country of Israel and what the Jewish people will look like in the future. For thousands of years, we lived as a minority. Then, 75 years ago, thank God, Israel was born. And we started to create a new identity, and many of you here are Israelis, and we are creating this identity of majority. And majority is a very different set of mind. And then we have half of the Jews living around the world still as a minority in their countries. So this is a complicated matter, and what can we do about it? I strongly believe that in order to solve any crisis, you need to have three pillars: leadership, vision, and education. Now, we really need leaders who are doers. We have a lot of leaders who are talking heads with great points. We need leaders whose words are proven by their actions. And even more importantly, we need leaders that we can trust, that in the right moment will do the right thing. We as voters have responsibility to elect those leaders. Now, this will be not enough, because we need leaders with vision. This country was built on a vision created by Theodor Herzl. This was a great vision, and we see the result. Yet, we need a new and updated one. I call it Herzl Volume 2. We focus too much on irrelevant political semantics, on whether somebody is left or right, and it's very important, but it's not working anymore. What we really need to focus on is what the majority of people care about. And I would tell you, I honestly believe that 90% of the people care about absolutely the same things. We want to live in a safe place. We want to have clean air. We want to have clean water. We want to maintain our dignity. We want to live fulfilling life. And not less important, we want to make sure that our kids get relevant education, which is relevant to their lives in 2023, not relevant 50 years ago when the programs were written. Education requires deep and profound reform everywhere in the world. And my view is that to raise a generation of people that are resilient, adaptable to a volatile world that we live in, we need to help them build their identity skills. And what I mean by that is that every one of us, whether consciously or unconsciously, is dealing with the question, who am I and where I belong? But we need to provide children with skills to deal with those questions. If we want to have a future for ourselves and for our children, we must help them understand how you can strengthen your roots. Because only when you have a strong roots, you can actually be accepting of others. At ANU, and we spoke about that just a minute ago, the largest Jewish museum in the world, we put all our energy in helping people do exactly that, strengthen their roots. But we can do as much in the museum, and that's only a beginning. Identity should be taught from the very early age, and it should be part of every education system. So although we have a lot of crises everywhere in the world, I'm very optimistic, and I'll tell you why. I'm generally very optimistic. Firstly, our people have been through much more complicated times than what we're facing now. We've fallen and risen time and time again. So why would this time be any different? Then, through my work with ANU, Improvate, and many other things that I'm involved in, I encounter many passionate people who have all the skills needed to create a vision and to fulfill and execute a vision. Those devoted individuals, including you here, including everyone who cares, give me hope that together we can help kids deal with identity from very early age, build effective leadership, and execute a new vision. I know in my heart that together we can do it. Thank you.